Now then, welcome back to another episode of New Eriador. Back on the vanilla server and at the castle project, messing around, seeing what's new, seeing what's about. There doesn't seem to have been a lot of stuff changed, but there's internal places popping up as well. So people are doing stuff on the internals, and also there's things out there in the farms and more buildings sprouting up around here. Today though, I've had a project in mind for a little while that I want to take a step away from doing the throne room up there, as I'm starting to call it, because I need a few more ideas for that. And I've hollowed it out a lot. I'll show you I've hollowed it out a lot. But I want to do something else today. Some project that I've been working on in my mind for a little while. A project that's going to be over here. A watermill. Because this moat that I built is going to have a very large waterfall area here. And I've started laying out sort of where it's going to go. But I want to make use of the flowing water. Water's going to flow down into here and then go off out into the river from the moat. And I figured that's an ideal place to put a water wheel here to have a watermill. So the farms can have their grain turned into flour via the watermill. And we just literally have some sort of gate action here that will open up and allow water down, or just readily let water flow out all the time. And sort that out. I've still got to do something with the source of the moat. Whatever it is that's going to be filling up the moat in the first place. But that's for another day. There's mountains over there. There's plenty of space for things to bring water down into the moat. But I haven't decided what I'm going to do over there. It seems like a lot of work to do anything, really. And I'm not 100% sure how I want to do it to make it look before I start doing all the work. So let's flow up the busy stairwell. Windy, 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 windy up the stairwell. And out to the top. And there's the stairs that go up to the roof. And also I've hollowed this out now to make a very large chamber ready for a room. A throne room of some description for this tower. A nice vaulted big ceilings. I've got lots of work to do inside here. But after digging it all out, I need to figure out and get some inspiration for how to structure it and build it and make it look right. So today we're going to go back down this windy staircase. Today we're going to do the watermill to get that over and done with, so we've got that all set up. And then I'll think about designs for a throne of some kind. Try and figure that out a little bit better. And we can crack on with it from there. Now, a water wheel. There's many designs for water wheel, and they're all very, very similar. And I don't expect that I'm going to change the norm as such. What we've got is just here. I want the edge of the water wheel to be sticking out slightly. So I've got some wood. I picked up a load of wood products, and I've got to decide whereabouts it's going to go. You could do like halfway is on the water, but generally the water wheel would turn if the bottom section of the water wheel is in the right place. And how far out I want it to go, I'll probably only want it to come out this way, just so that the flow of water's just enough as it's going out that it would seemingly turn the wheel. So I think I'm going to want to take this stuff down a bit. I'm just going to get rid of these few blocks here as a starter. Just so I've got a nice easy space to work off. And how many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 across. And make it 9 across, and that could work. We go 4 out from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's go up 2. Let's go up 2 there, and bring that out as the center of the wheel. How's that going to look? We'll have the center of the wheel about there. Yeah, that looks about even. And then we'll have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, should I have 4th? I don't know if I want a 4th. Maybe just 3. I don't need it to be too big. Give me that back. Thank you. So we're going to have 3 coming out of it from each side. 1, 2, 3. And that means that we're going to have... Let me jump up. Get it! Oh, come on! Well, it's not that bad parkour. Do 3 from there. 3 from there. And from the underside, we're going to have 1, 2, and then I think underwater, there's a little trick that I think I've seen people use before, is put the spruce wood to make it look like it's soaked wood. Okay, let's have a look, see what that sort of size and shape is like. Is that about right? See, I kind of wanted it bigger. Maybe I should still make it a little bit bigger. But when I've put the blocks around it, it will make it a little bit bigger. So, yeah, we think we'll leave it like that. Okay, I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm going to start placing some blocks, and I'll show you what I come up with in a bit. Alright, well, that looks kind of like a wheel, like I was expecting it to look. And now I've got another little thing that I want to do to it. I'll put dark oak down the bottom there, just to give it that sort of it's sitting in the water look. I like that. Spruce around the outside, a few spruce stairs and a few spruce planks. I did actually consider doing something like this around the outside a little bit, just to give it some cogs, but in Minecraft it kind of bulks it out a little bit too much, and I didn't like the look of it. I tried it, I had a look, and I didn't like it. This is fine as a wheel, right? However, there's something else that I want to do as well. I don't know if this is going to work, because I'm only just about to try it for the first time. But what I'm thinking is that we have an internal section. I'm going to have it a big wheel, so we're going to have one. Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? 2 wide, maybe. I was thinking about it from this sort of angle, what it was going to look like. And the water needs to roll over the wheel, doesn't it? It needs to turn the wheel. And this doesn't necessarily look like it's going to turn, but it does look as if it's going to house the wheel itself. So give me another one on there, right? So what I was thinking was, and I don't know if I can easily do this. I don't think that's going to work there. I wanted to make some sort of like platforms coming out of the area like this, like kind of like that. So I would have a couple of struts like this that the wheels would turn around. So from there it would go on to potentially there, next one. It's got to look like it's sticking out of it still, isn't it? So there to there. So these are kind of the easy ones to do. But then I've got to do the ones that come out from the top here as well. So how are we going to do that? I'm going to have potentially something like this. And then go up from there. And then onto that one there. And then try and do the same underside. This is going to be the difficult bit. Yeah, we're going to go this way round. So we've got to have 1, 2 there, and then bring these down here. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then it doesn't really look even, does it? It doesn't really look even at all. How am I going to make it look more even? Well, I suppose I use steps there on the sides. I use steps coming off it all, so let's get rid of those ones on these 2 sides. I thought these 2 ones would be the easiest, but as soon as you put the other ones on, it makes it look odd, doesn't it? Grab all of my slabs back, thank you. I don't want to waste too many materials. There's plenty of wood around, but I don't want to waste too much. So we've got that one going up that way, that one going down that way. So this one, if I came out this way, that would kind of follow the flow, wouldn't it? Yeah. I feel that would follow the flow. Let's have a look about over here. Okay, so if we've got one this way, that's then flowing round. No, it'd have to be the other way round. Meh. So how much messing about I can do when I'm building? That's not going to work because it's on an angle. I picked the wrong spot. I guess you may know what I'm thinking about anyway. Have it so that the outreaching side is on the bottom of the log there. So it's from this bottom side of the log there, and it's from that bottom side of the log there. So on the next one on, let's get up here. Thank you. Let's take these all down. Thank you. Give me all my planks back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to build the rest of the place today, so I don't want to mess around with this too much. I just want to get it right. So, yeah, this is the bottom side there, so we'll have to go that side there, and then up here instead. And that may have turned out to be exactly the same place as it was before. Maybe. It just makes it look a little bit like it comes out a little bit better. Maybe. Doesn't go into the water though. Oh, but then there's only supposed to be one in the water at a time anyway, isn't there? So that's not too bad like that. Let's have a quick look, see if that's working the way I'm intending it to. Yeah, kind of. So you'd imagine that the water would pull in and hit this slope here and push against it and turn the wheel round. And then the next one would get pushed into the water, and that would get scooping up the water. So it's got to scoop down into the water so the water will push the wheel in the right direction. If I have it going the other way, then the water would push the wheel up. It's got to push against the wheel. Yeah, it's got to push against the wheel. So I think I'm in the right sort of area for this now. I think I'm in the right frame of mind for this. So I'm going to put another wheel like this on the other side, and then that will sort of be viewable from the inside. Yeah, you'll get it in a minute when I cut. So from this angle of the castle, it looks big enough. I think it looks big enough. We're going to have a big building behind it. That's the next thing, filling this space behind it. I've added a few details as well, so we'll have a look at the detail work. I've tried to keep it all wood, but I've used a stone button highlight just to add in a little bit more detail and texture to the place. Kind of like that, you see? There you go. And from this side, up over this side, which is another angle to view it at, of course. People may see it from this side. It kind of looks okay. It's not very detailed from this side. You can't really tell exactly, but from other angles of the castle, like looking down at it from here, it does kind of work. It does kind of work. I don't think I can get the exact diagonals working for the wheel part of it, but the outside edges of the two sides of the wheel, I'm pleased with that now. I'm pleased with that now. So that's that working. I've started putting a little bit of cobblestone behind it on here. So we've got a little bit of mossy cobble mixed with, well, there's cobble walls there as the main area. Well, you can't see it from any direction, but it's there anyway. I know it's there. We've got cobble walls surrounding this so that it's kind of got an opening that it goes into. And I'm going to build the cobble up around here as well, I think. I'm going to build this up here. So the cobble walls of this place are that high. Yeah, something like that. And then this is sort of going to go into the basement of whatever building I'm about to put on this sort of plateau here. So it works out to be about the right height at that point. I'm going to put... Well, this is kind of the foundation work is just going to be in cobblestone. So I'm just going to sort of fill in cobble around it. You could potentially make something fancy going on in here. I could take that one out and put cobble in here, but just for my personal amusement, I'm going to leave that there just in case you see through the gap at any time. Just in case you see through the gap at any time. And I'm going to take this away from here and just add in the cobble around it like this, just in case you ever actually see through. I'm going to replace these with cobble as well and give it a little bit of a thing going on. I might just extend this slightly there and there. Yeah, I'm getting stuck. But I want to fill this in, and then I'm going to take this section down a peg. I'm going to make it so that the whole base here, I'm going to take all this out, strip all this back so that I've got a nice big platform that's cobble to work on for the next stage, building the house. And I am hoping to get that done this episode as well, so it's another cut from me. Alright, so I've kind of worked out where I'm going to be in the size of the place. So down here we've got what would look like from inside, or from just that little bit there, the only place you can see, it actually looks like it goes inside and goes underneath somewhere. I'm not so sure about what I'm going to do in the centre just here yet. All I'm working out is sizes, so I'll put some dirt blocks down. I'm eventually going to use that as the corners and sides for my building. At least the first floor is going to be that big. I like using this 3 wide gap, and then a corner, 3 wide, block, 3 wide, block, 3 wide, block, 3 wide, block, all the way around to measure out my rooms. Which means that internally this is going to be a 7 by 7 internal space. And from the outside, it's going to look awesome because it's going to be odd numbers all the way around it. I did a bit of trimming back and sorting out, and I've got this kind of plateau that it's built on. And there's a little bit of moving around behind it if you want, but it's all going to be blocked off there, so there's no access to that side. On this side, however, I did need a way up and down. And previously I'd built this little bridge across. The dam itself was the bridge across. So I'm going to extend this little wall here across a little bit further and have it turn at this point here to go up a stairwell. What that stairwell is going to be, I don't know yet. It might be wood. I don't know. And I need to put a bit of a detail feature work on here as well, just to make it look a little different. But that might have something to do with the other bricks there. But at least I've got the foundations in place, and this dirt's going to get covered up with more foundations. Stairs coming up, or something coming up to a little area here, and this will be where my front door is for the area. So, I don't know how I'm going to begin the building yet. There's plenty of different designs, and I'm thinking, because the castle's going to be mostly grey, I'm going to make this mostly wood. Maybe wood and wool. Maybe wood and wool. I don't know yet. But as I've only got a bit of time left for this episode, I think I'm going to leave the house build itself and build that next episode. And we can go over the building of the place. I've got the foundations down. I've got the wheel down. I could potentially make something in the middle here of grindstone. Kind of make it grindstone-y. And that'll be done for there. What I want to finish up with this episode is trying to get the dam part finished. So I've done the main part of the walkway between the two, but at the minute there's no water flowing. So we've got to figure out where we're going to put things in there to have water flowing out. I kind of want to make that hole down there a bit bigger, a bit of a bigger hole, so there's a way in underneath. So if you're coming in from outside, you can go in through the waterfall. And literally, I'm just going to have cascading water flowing down here. But there's a bit too much grass around as well, because the grass wouldn't be growing where the water's flowing and so on. So I want to see what I can get started on here today. So I'm going to play around with a few ideas and see where we come to today. But that feels about the right height there. It does need a little bit of a feature there, maybe something greenery at the edge there. So you walk down and you'd go up into that building there. It gives us a bit of space there for maybe a garden or access from around the back there, so that we can have a roadway that comes in from around the other side of the mountain to where all the farms are that Bunny did. Hey, there's a skid over there, I think. See the skid or Timmy over there to say hi. Yeah, so I'll see what I can do with this bit and be back for the end of the episode. Okay, so what I've come up with so far is having a water coming from the mill straight away from the wheel itself. Water coming out all the time, so I'm going to have water coming out all the time. And I'm thinking about doing something under here that releases the water, so that water then flows the rest of the way. So we've got two sections of water flowing down into this area here. And I guess I'm going to have to do that from up there somewhere. So let's get some blocks on. I will start up here. This shouldn't affect the water flow too much. I want the water flows to look nice all the time. I want to try and get water in there, so we're going to have 2 water, 1 in there and 1 in there, and that should flow down nicely. Yeah, that should do it. And then do something else with other bits and pieces. Now that comes down there. I'm going to have more water flowing this way at some point as well. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Let's get back up here so I can have a look. Bounce around for a bit. I'm enjoying this little project. Oh, that's very dark down there. I'm surprised I haven't got more mobs around here, really. There doesn't seem to be as many. Maybe they're tied up somewhere else. So we've got a constant water flow from where the the mill is itself. And next up I've got to do some kind of, I don't know about doing a kind of an archway to cover a water flow out this way. But we need to have water flowing out onto here. I might build this up a little ways just to give that a little bit more water coming out here. Just around here, like. Just build it up a bit before I start putting down the foundations for some sort of archway. There we go. Take some more of that. Wash this lot away. Take some of that. Put it here. There we go. Flows through and joins this. We can add a little bit more water flow here as well because it's supposed to be a bit of a torrent of water that flows down. So, like that. Yeah. Maybe a bit more like that. There we go. Have some water flowing at the bottom here. Maybe have a little dig out here so that we've got a little bit more water flowing around here. Like that. Get another water. Put it in here. There we go. That looks a bit more like it. And then that's a bit flatter. Yeah, something like that. Something like that, so that's where the water joins up with the other parts. Yeah. Hi, chicken. How you doing? And then have some form of archway in this section. Oh, I've got stuck in a water stream. Get out of the water stream. Get out of the water stream. Okay. So then we're going to build up a kind of an archway off this bit. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Might have to cut into this a little bit here. That's on the right side, isn't it? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the best way to do an archway? So have that there. So let's start by just laying out an idea of an area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then yeah, that would work up there like that. Okay, we work that up on both sides. That would then give us one archway there. That would be good. That would work, and I can just fill this in there as well. Maybe get rid of this 1.8 stuff and put those back in like that, just so we got a little bit more there. Oh, now I've got to get up onto it and up. Yes. Okay, so fill this in and do the same over here. All the way down here is going to be filled in. So I'll make myself a little bit of a stairwell up here. And so I can fill that rest in there. Can I jump over that? Can I jump? Yes, I can. Okay, I was thinking about doing some sort of redstone trickery around this area as well to actually have it so it's a functioning gate. I don't know if it's worth it though, to be honest. It might be cool looking. Yeah, there. We're going to need to at least have that bits done properly. That, and I'll have that there to start forming the arch. There we go. So that's 6 wide, so it's there. Okay, and then we've got to figure out where the arch is. So let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2. Have some of these arching over like that. and have a standard sort of arch. Kind of like that, I guess. Put some details in later, but at least have the archway there. And then knock all this down and take a step back and have a look, see what it looks like. And then just add the waterway, the water in itself afterwards. Let's have a look over here. Let's have a good run round. Doing lots of running backwards and forwards. This is building. This is just how we build in Minecraft, isn't it? We bounce around all over the place to get it, look at it from different angles, and see water flowing. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's not too bad. It needs a little bit of detail work doing, which I can probably do with some stone slabs or something to give it a bit of a detail. Also, we've got some other bricks and blocks that I want to use from those kind of things. So let's see about making an arch over the top again, so it ends up being a double arch. Can I get that on there? Yes, I can. And bring it down like that. Maybe then do a double at the end here. Yeah. So down there. Yes. And one more there. Thank you. And then, was it a double at the end here? I'll have to have a look from over here to see what that looks like. Let's throw those in there out of the way. Okay. Yeah, we'd have a double at that side there. Okay, yeah. And then maybe put some other bits and pieces and struts and things in. So I'll fancy this up a bit, and we'll come back to this later, next week, next episode, to see what's up, see what's going on. I don't want these bits of cobble anymore, so I can put this on here like that, and then maybe put another couple there to give a dual arch. Yeah, that might work. And then, can I get to this one down here? Can I get another one in there? Yes, I can. Awesomes. Okay. I don't really like this here either, so let's knock this down and put some smooth stone in. And yeah, get rid of that. Put a bit of smooth stone in there as well. Okay, we could cover this section up actually, and have it so that it's blocked in slightly. Let's have a look from over here. Yeah, this will all take time to be changed around a little bit in the future, but so long as it's got a decent base start, so that people can then work from it, then we should be okay. Should be good. Hey, I'm down. And up and up and up. Yeah, that's kind of the thing I was looking for. And I will try and figure out some sort of redstone for inside there, to have it so that we can have a release and the water can then be released and flow down. I was thinking of just using some pistons and having water flows so it comes down from both sides and splits up. But I could also just have the water flowing straight out of there. Let's see if I can figure it out now. Just have the water flowing straight out. And having a little run of, I don't know, 1 or 2 blocks out, because it needs to be looking a bit thicker, so I might just bulk this out with another block. Do I want 2? No, let's have a torch down here so I can see better. Might fill all of that in with bricks or stone, and go stone all the way up here, like that. I need to come out one more. Get up there. There we go. And then have, because this is up here, it won't show water. If I do a little run along here, like that, this is supposed to be 1 out, so we'd have the thing there. I'll fill all behind there in later. Let's come out another block over here. Fill that in over there like this. Yeah. There we go. Okay, and then just sort of release the water out of there. I need to go up another one, I think. Just let the water flow out from here. Yeah. Kind of just like that. Have the water flowing that way to make the waterfall itself. Let's see how that looks from over there. It's kind of dark now, but we should get the idea still. Here we go. Let's head back over here. Right out of the way, chicken. And woe be it any mobs that get in my way. Now it's dark and nighttime. Yeah, kind of. Maybe I need to bring it out another 1 block so that the arch is right on the water side. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. I will mess around with it a little bit more, I think. Have a play with it. Maybe work out some more detail work and things like that. And try and get that ready for next episode where we can do some of the mill itself, I think. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next episode of New Eriador. Don't forget to check out the other channels. The website's just had a pretty good update by Manuel, who's now joined us online. So there is a lot of links in those pages that go to all the latest videos from New Eriador, and lots of little extra details in there for all your favourites, so you can catch up and keep up with what's going on the server. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, I will see you next week on New Eriador.